Good afternoon, ladies. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here. I just wanted to share a little bit more information on our third circle that's happening on Friday night. We'll be moving into the energy of the goddess Lakshmi. She's a very, very beautiful energy to be moving into. She's all about prosperity, abundance, trusting in the universe, being able to take that leap of faith. And I'm super, super excited that we've got to this part of the wheel that we're moving through. For those of you that have already been listening to other Facebook Lives that I've done or have come to our circles, you know that there's lots of layers weaving through with our monthly women's circles and sound journeys this year. So we began with telling the story of Inanna and her descent into the underworld. So every month we're following Inanna on the next step that she takes. So we told the story of Inanna in the first one. In the second one, Inanna was hearing the call from the great below. And this is our third circle. So in our third circle, Inanna is beginning to close all of the doors to her cities and the gates to her temples and collecting all of the items of power, I guess, that she needs to adorn herself with and take with her to go onto this journey into the unknown, this journey into the underworld. So she's getting her crown and her necklace and her breastplate and her staff and all of those things that makes her feel powerful and courageous and I guess prepared for a journey that no one else has ever gone on, and that, you know, people are saying, oh, why are you doing that? That's such a scary thing to do. She's going to meet her unconscious. So with this energy, this Lakshmi energy, this place on the medicine wheel that we're at is this place of preparation. And it feels really amazing to be there. I was having a look at, as I'm always looking at what the moons are doing on any particular day, and the new moon is going into Aries while we're doing our women's circle on Friday night, which feels really, really powerful, because this new moon in Aries is all about deepening our spiritual practices and our creative practices. So it feels absolutely perfect. It's about following your bliss, doing the things that you love, and understanding that when you do the things that you love, not only do you benefit, but all of the people around you benefit as well. Just from that vibration, from that energy, from the permission that you're giving to others to follow your bliss, to follow their bliss. So it's going to be a really, really yummy women's circle. So last month we were looking at Baast. So she was the cat goddess, and that was all about being able to relax so you can find your focus and being able to find relaxation through focus. She was also about mini-max, so finding I guess that path of least resistance, that the place where you flow. And mini-max is such a great one. It's our design and choreography of energy. So how we're moving things, how we're working with things. Hi, Emerald. And I just love her energy, and I've already told you, reminded you, but please, if you're going to join us on Friday night, I would absolutely encourage you to take the opportunity to write down what your heart priorities are. It's the biggest thing in the cat goddess, and that Baast energy, that graceful, beautiful, flowing design and choreography energy, is that you can't do mini-max. You can't be in the flow. It's hard to find relaxation and focus if you don't know what your heart priorities are. And I guess knowing that the new moon in Aries still has that energy happening, there's this final opportunity here to really connect in with heart priorities before we fully embark into Lakshmi for the month of April, and all of her energies of prosperity, of abundance, and abundance in so many ways. That's not just financial abundance, that's knowing that you're always being taken care of. That's friendships, it's love, it's connection, it's just having a beautiful full life in all of those areas. So she's going to be a really, really lovely one. She's also about being able to determine what abundance looks like, determine what prosperity looks like for you. It's a place of self-growth, so determining, what is my self-growth? How do I grow? What does it look like? She has that, she gives that opportunity to take the leap of faith. And that leap of faith can be, you know, when you've been standing on the edge of something, on the precipice of something, there's And you usually know what that something is. There's this decision, there's this choice, there's this next step that's just been waiting to be taken, but there's been too much fear or too much distraction, been too much resistance or reluctance. When we move into Lakshmi, quite often this energy shifts from, oh, I don't know, that edge, I don't know, how far is it? How wide is the, is the chasm? Am I going to fall in it? Is anyone going to catch me? What's on the other side? We go from feeling all those things to, oh yeah, it's just time to take the next step. And quite often we take the next step over that edge and it's just the next step. There was absolutely nothing scary about it. It just makes complete and perfect logical, rational sense that that's where you are now and that you were always taken care of, that you could always trust. So through the month of April, we really get to bring ourselves into that beautiful place of trust, of faith, of knowing that we can take those leaps of faith, that we can take those next steps, knowing that we're being taken care of in all ways, and that when we trust and believe that we're being taken care of, then we are. That's just kind of how it works. So I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing which women are wanting to gather together to go on this next step of the journey with Anana, with Lakshmi, to come into the space, to trust that those who are gathering on Friday evening are the women who are meant to be gathering, to know that sometimes there's just one word, one gesture, one sound that gives you that little missing piece to the puzzle that you could have been looking for so long. There's a lot of magic that happens when women gather in these spaces, not to have the superficial conversations, but to drop deeper into that sacred feminine being space where we feel at home, where we feel safe, where we feel connected, and where we can actually access and check in and deepen our connection with self and our understanding of self, so that we can empty anything that may be festering or percolating, or even just a new epiphany or understanding that's coming through. Quite often these women's circles can be the catalyst for getting that last bit where you're just like, oh my gosh, this thing I've been thinking about or experiencing or working through or noticing, all of a sudden it's all making sense, and then you get to voice it, you get to share it. And it always, I don't want to say it amazes me or surprises me, because I've come to expect it now, but it always brings me joy when I see how connected and how much synchronicity there is with what each woman is experiencing, and how we all do fit into this world, into this puzzle so very perfectly together. So if you're feeling a yes to join us, then please do. We would love to see you there. We always start with our sharing and our women's circle, and we end with the sound journey, the sound healing that Amanda runs. So it's a perfect way to connect, to tap into the breath, to check in with that womb space, to come and be in circle, to grow community, to be with like-minded women, to share what needs to come up, what needs to be spoken. Sometimes it can just be a word, 2 words. Sometimes before you know it, there's a whole lot coming out. It's all absolutely perfect. And then we get to move into our sound journey, into our sound healing, and allow all of the frequency, the vibration of the sound of the instruments to wash over us, to wash through us, and to bring us back to a really beautiful, balanced, grounded frequency and vibration just through the sound. And I know so many of you already know how amazing sound healing is on all of those scientific levels, but really when we're sitting together in women's circle, we don't need to think about all of the intellectual, rational reasons why it's amazing. Hi, Joe. All of those reasons why it's, working for us. We get to just be in that really beautiful space after we've emptied the bucket, after we've emptied that vessel. We can be in that chaotic clearing where whatever wants to come in next can find a really beautiful soft landing space to come and plant the seed for whatever's coming next. And I would absolutely encourage you that Lakshmi is a beautiful place to be doing that. The start of Inanna's journey to the underworld, where she's still preparing, is a perfect time to be coming and joining us in circle. So I feel like that absolutely could be enough for me. I've shared with you what step we're with Inanna, which is really lovely. If you didn't see the start of this live, I would encourage you to go back and watch the start so you can see where we're at with Inanna. We've moved from the cat goddess Baast, which was such a beautiful energy last month. And of course, we totally went into cat energy and got a new kitten, which was amazing. My daughter's so ecstatic. She's been waiting so long for it to happen, and it just, all of the planets align. So we have been so enjoying that cat goddess energy, loving it, and looking forward to Lakshmi. If you know anything about Lakshmi, you know that it's going to be an absolutely delightful April. It's going to be a beautiful circle. And if you have any questions, then please feel free to contact me. Our women's circle is actually, it's a $30 investment if you book beforehand, if you book and pay beforehand, or you can just turn up on the night and it's $35. We're at Burleigh Heads. If you know the little, the Anglican church there that's just off Park Street, Park Avenue, can't remember which one. All of the information's on the Facebook event. So yeah, you can find it that way, and I'll put the link to the Facebook event in this live when I finished. It's the house up there. I've got a sign and everything like that. So it's a really lovely space. There's off-street parking. It's a great way to spend a Friday night. So looking forward to seeing you all there. Jo, Emerald, and all of the other beautiful ladies who have already joined us for circles, and those of you who've shown interest in coming to the next ones, then please, yes, come along and see us, and have an amazing rest of the day, rest of the week. Enjoy that new moon in Aries. It's going to be powerful no matter where you are. And I'll see you again soon. See you later.